Learn English through story. The Legacy of the Forgotten Garden. In the quaint town of Elmwood, nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, lived a man named Arthur. Arthur was a wealthy landowner, known for his impressive estate and successful business ventures. His life was marked by opulency. He had a grand mansion, beautiful gardens, and an extensive collection of rare art. Despite his material success, Arthur was a solitary figure, absorbed in his work and detached from his community. Arthur's estate was the envy of many, but there was one part of it that had long been neglected: a small, overgrown garden at the back of his property. This garden had once been a source of pride and joy, but as the years passed, it became a tangle of weeds and brambles. Arthur had long forgotten its existence, focusing instead on expanding his business and adding to his collection of treasures. One crisp autumn day, as Arthur strolled through his estate, he noticed a group of children playing near the overgrown garden. They were laughing and chasing each other, seemingly unaware of the garden's neglected state. Intrigued, Arthur approached them and asked what they were doing there. One of the children, a young girl named Lily, looked up and said, "We love this garden. It's our secret place where we come to play and imagine adventures. Even though it's overgrown, it feels magical." Arthur was surprised by her response. He had never considered the garden's potential as a place of joy and imagination. Moved by Lily's words, he decided to investigate the garden for himself. As Arthur stepped into the garden, he was struck by its hidden beauty. Despite the neglect, he could see glimpses of what it had once been: a tranquil retreat with winding paths, blooming flowers, and a charming fountain at its center. The garden's potential was evident, but it required a great deal of work to restore it. Arthur decided to take on the challenge. He hired a team of gardeners and set to work revitalizing the garden. It was a laborious process, involving the removal of weeds, the pruning of overgrown plants, and the repair of the old fountain. As the garden began to take shape, Arthur found himself more and more engaged in the project. It was a welcome distraction from his usual routine and a chance to reconnect with something he had long neglected. Throughout the restoration, Arthur often thought of Lily and the other children who had found joy in the garden despite its state of disrepair. He realized that the garden had the power to bring people together and create a sense of wonder and community. His work on the garden became more than just a personal project. It was an opportunity to give something back to the town he had long been detached from. When the garden was finally completed, Arthur decided to host a grand opening event and invite the entire town of Elmwood. The garden, now a vibrant and inviting space, was filled with colorful flowers, neatly trimmed hedges, and a sparkling fountain. Arthur had also included seating areas, walking paths, and a small stage for community events. At the opening event, the townspeople were astonished by the transformation. Children played in the garden with delight, families gathered for picnics, and friends met to enjoy the serene environment. Arthur watched with a deep sense of satisfaction as the garden became a hub of activity and joy. As the weeks went by, the garden continued to flourish, becoming a beloved part of the community. Arthur, who had once been a distant figure, began to engage more with the townspeople. He participated in local events, supported community initiatives, and built genuine relationships with those around him. Arthur's transformation did not go unnoticed. The garden became a symbol of renewal and connection, and Arthur's efforts were celebrated by the town. He had not only restored a physical space but had also reconnected with his own humanity and the value of community. One day, as Arthur walked through the garden, he encountered Lily, now a bit older but still full of the same enthusiasm. She thanked him for bringing the garden back to life and shared how much it meant to her and her friends. Arthur, moved by her words, realized that the true legacy of the garden was not just its physical beauty but the sense of wonder and community it had inspired. Arthur continued to cherish the garden, using it as a space for gatherings, celebrations, and community activities. It became a place where people could come together, share stories, and create memories. The garden had transformed from a forgotten corner of his estate into a vibrant and cherished part of Elmwood. Arthur's story became a reminder that true wealth is not measured by material possessions but by the positive impact one can have on others and the connections one builds within the community. The legacy of the garden was a testament to the power of renewal, generosity, and the profound joy that comes from giving back to the world around us. Through his efforts, Arthur discovered that the most meaningful treasures are those that bring people together and create lasting, positive change. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.